Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Austin, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the brand new 24 and 32 inch iMacs. So Mark Gurman from Bloomberg is getting me super excited for this new iMac. Slimmer bezels, an all new design. It's going to be similar to the Pro Display XDR and the iPad Pro. It's been so long since the iMac has looked different, and I think it's going to just be such a crazy redesign that so many people are going to want to buy this. Now we might even be seeing them next month in March because there is a rumored March event, and there are some leakers saying that it could be a Mac related event. One of these big leakers is Love to Dream, who is extremely accurate with their leaks, but others like Leaks Apple Pro is saying that it could be delayed all the way up until about October. Personally, I am hoping for March because March is my birthday month and I really want, a brand new shiny iMac. But anyways, let's go into the details of what we could be seeing with the brand new iMac. So first off is the display. Now Gurman is saying that the current 21.5 and 27 inch iMac models are going to be replaced by a 24 and 32 inch size in 2021. Now this is super exciting because me personally, I do a lot of photo and video editing on my iMac, so having more screen real estate is always going to be a good thing. I've also been watching a ton of WandaVision, so having a bigger screen to watch it on is always going to be nice as well. Now it doesn't look like they're going to be making a bigger computer. It looks like what they're going to do is shrinking down the bezels, making the screen bigger, and that's what's going to give us that new dimension of a 24 and 32 inch model. It's not like they're going to take this design right here and just extend it. They would just shrink those bezels down and just the screen would extend, which I think is great because the current size of the iMacs right now is perfect. I think any bigger it would just look like insanely huge, and it's going to look pretty similar to an iPad Pro, just on an aluminum stand. Now the iMac is most likely going to have rounded corners on the screen due to the design change, which is going to look different than the current squared off corners on the current iMac. We're also rumored to be seeing a mini LED display, which will have better contrast, darker blacks, brighter brights, and richer colors. Now this would be a really big improvement for the overall display panel, and it's going to be great for anyone doing any kind of editing, especially color grading. And if you're someone who just watches movies and shows on the iMac, it's going to make that experience better too. Now we've got to talk about the processor. Now the M1 chip was the first ever Apple Silicon chip put in their own computers. That happened in 2020, and that thing was a beast, and it looks like we might be getting the M2 with the iMacs. Now if Apple is going for a similar chipset, then it could be a spec bump and call the chip the M1X. This is going to allow Apple Silicon chips to have more processing cores and graphics horsepower than the previous models using the Intel-based chips. In the Bloomberg article, it also says Apple is testing silicon chips with as many as 16 cores and 4 efficiency cores, and the higher-end iMacs could even have 32 performance cores, which is absolutely insane. It looks like they're also working on improving the GPU and testing at 16 and 32 core graphics components, so it looks like we're going to get some pretty big upgrades when it comes to the new iMacs. Super excited by all of this news. Also, there are rumors from the China Times, who is 77.8% accurate, and they are saying that there might be an A14 variant processor called the A14T, which is going to be a desktop class chip, might be inside of the iMac instead of like an M1X or an M2. Regardless of what they're going to be calling it, this thing is going to be a monster, much better than the Intel chips. So if you guys are in the market for an iMac and you want maximum power, I would definitely wait a little bit and see if you can get your hands on the new iMacs with the silicon chips. But if you're a more casual user, it won't really make a huge difference. Now back to the whole redesign. It looks like we're going to get no chin or a very reduced chin, and I think it's time for change. It's been the exact same for years now, and it looks like by removing that chin, it's going to really resemble an iPad Pro, which I'm all for because I love the design of the iPad Pro, and if you put that on essentially just like a giant display, I think it's going to look really good. Now I still think Apple is going to sneak their logo onto the actual desktop itself. I don't think they would ever get rid of the Apple logo that you can see right there, so I think they're going to make it smaller but still noticeable. It's a core design feature for the iMac, and I think they want people to know like this is an Apple product. It also looks like the back is getting a little bit of a design change as well, so instead of having a curved bulge on the back, it looks like we're going to get that flat edge design, which is a minor change, but I think it's going to make the whole aesthetic look a little bit more modern and sleek. Now I know we've already touched on this next point earlier on in the video, but thinner bezels is a huge component to this redesign. You can see the edges on this iMac are pretty thick, and having those thinner bezels is what's going to give us that bigger display, which I think is huge, and especially by keeping the actual frame pretty much the same size too. I am super excited for those thinner bezels because having more screen real estate is just going to be a good thing no matter what. Now let's talk about Face ID, because this was rumored to be coming to the new iMacs, but then was quickly shut down about a week later after those rumors surfaced. So the original rumor was that Face ID was going to be coming to the iMac via the camera at the top of the computer, which I think would be an amazing feature because 99.9% of the time when you go sit down to use your iMac, your face is directly in front of the camera. So it would make Face ID extremely easy to use and just make the whole experience unlocking the iMac so fast and so efficient. But like I said, there's been some reports that basically shut that down, and they've been saying that it's not going to be coming with the first ever Apple Silicon iMac, but possibly the redesign of the redesign coming out next year. Now I'm still hoping for Face ID because I think that's just a great feature to have on the iMac, but I guess we will have to wait and see for some official announcements or some more leaks and rumors. Worst case scenario, you can always use your Apple Watch to unlock your Mac, which is still really fast and efficient. I would just rather have Face ID so that I don't always have to have my watch on. So guys, some pretty exciting news regarding the new 24 and 27-inch iMac. I am super excited by this because the iMac has looked pretty much the same for a long time now, and the whole redesign is just going to make it look way better, and I cannot wait to get my hands on that 32-inch model. I think being able to use Final Cut on a bigger display is just going to be fantastic, and having a mini LED display panel as well is going to be great for color grading and photo editing. So I cannot wait to get my hands on one, and of course I'll be unboxing and reviewing it on the channel. But anyways guys, thanks for watching this video. Leave a comment down below of when you think these iMacs are going to hit the market. Do you think there's going to be a secret March event, or do you think they are going to come out sometime in the summer or maybe even October? Fingers crossed for March, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So guys, that is it for the video. If you liked it, make sure you like and subscribe. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.